Hello, Taurus. Elsie here to do a reading for you. It is a bonus read, my friends. How are you? I hope you're well. Thank you so much for clicking here. I appreciate you. Taurus, I always put in these little timestamps, right? So if you don't want to listen to my bullshit, my blah blah, if you've been here 1,000 times and you're over me, just please flip to the beginning of the reading, and that's why I put in those timestamps. For those of you who are listening to this, welcome. Thank you so much for clicking here. I do these readings because it is as a thank you. The bonus reads are always as a thank you for all the ways that you love me. You guys do that so well. Thank you for being in the comments and all that. These readings that I do that are bonus readings, they are for the current energy or the future energy. I do not intend in dragging up anything from the past. I will acknowledge it if the past shows up, but I'm not digging back there. And that's my job, right? So I am here to do a reading for you. And please understand, it's a general reading. It's not always going to resonate with everybody, and that's cool. There's many readings that you can look at for your sun, moon, and rising sign if you're interested in that, and this does not resonate. It's not going to resonate for everyone, and it is a general reading. My readings are always like for today, tomorrow, or a year from now. Like maybe it's not even for you at this time, but it could be for you a year from now. So you can always dig into the archives and figure out what's going on there. Tell me about Taurus, please. Sun, moon, rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me what's going on for Taurus. Tell me what the Taurus collective needs to know, please. The most important thing that the Taurus collective needs to know. Got the Six of Swords, Taurus. We've got the Knight of Wands. And we've got the Death card. Slow down. Somebody needs to slow down here. I feel like it feels like the Knight of Wands is. I just had a little bit of a like. It feels like it's like like I got to make a decision now. Like it feels like this Six of Swords is telling me that somebody has been living in some sort of a mental chaos. And it's because you've been moving too quickly, or somebody expects you to move quickly to make some sort of decision to move. Maybe they want you to move, but I feel like it's a mental move for you. For some of you, it feels like somebody wants you to make a decision because the Death card is here. A door is about to close or something's about to end. This is transformation. And it feels like it's come at you quicker than you wanted. I'm a Taurus. You're a Taurus, right? Maybe you're a Taurus, sun, moon, rising, Venus, or Jupiter. But for me, it's in the sun. And I like to make decisions when I like to make them. I don't like to be pressured to make those decisions. I will make them, and I'm able to change my mind over the years. I've learned that. But and maybe you have too. But it's just that when things come at me really quickly, it's like I don't like when changes show up really quickly, transitions. So something here is telling me to tell you, you got to slow down, or it's okay to slow down. But there is some sort of move. It could be moving from a house, moving across the world. It could be a move of the mind here. We've got the Eight of Cups, definitely moving away from something. We've got the Six of Cups here. Yeah, it does feel like for some of you it is a movement that you need to do with the mind. You need to get out of this chaotic mindset, this place where you're sort of lost in nostalgia here. It feels like somebody keeps thinking about somebody who they really gave a lot to. You know those people who say, but after all I've done for you? Please understand that when they say that they've actually done it all for themselves. They've never really done it for you. But it feels like somebody here has given a lot of energy and time to some sort of a memory, I want to say. It feels like you need to stop with thinking about this thing. It feels like when you think about it, this memory or this nostalgia, it feels like it's already over or it's done. It feels like we've pulled away from each other. We've walked away. There's nothing left here. The cups are fallen over, right? We've got two cups that have fallen over here. The third cup is also, there's no more fun, right? It's no more celebration. We've got 5 cups that are standing here. So it tells me that something is over and it's making you sad. But I feel like, it feels like you've been trying to not give it your energy. You've been trying to ignore it, trying to ignore the thoughts, but it does feel like you will have some sort of a movement soon. I want to say that you've pulled your energy away. You've disconnected from whatever it was back there. It could have been a job or a relationship, a friendship, an argument with a family member. It could have been anything that you were, I feel that you feel like after all after all I gave you, after I gave you everything, and I feel like you put in a lot of energy into something that you didn't get a lot back out of. So I feel like for those of you who are in maybe a relationship for the second or third time, maybe you are the person who keeps trying again with somebody, thinking that something's going to change, that this is the new day, this is the new dawn. It feels like, oh, but they've changed. I feel like the old them is dead. I'm going to try again. It feels like somebody here is the person who's putting more energy into it than the other person. The Six of Swords, and the Knight of Wands is telling me that you're going to make a quick decision to end something here and say, you know what? Maybe it's just the memory of the happiness that we had. Maybe those are the memories that I'm hanging on to. And maybe I shouldn't be putting any energy in the 3D into it. Because it feels like the Knight of Wands is here. And so the Knight of Wands tells me that somebody here is not giving you stability. They just sort of show up when they want to. They leave when they want to. They don't answer your texts. It might be days sometimes that you go where there's no texts. Weeks maybe, or days, maybe 6 days at a time. It feels like this, I feel like you thought you were going through some sort of renewal, but I don't think this is a renewal. I feel like this is the same old, and I feel like you've realized it, which is the most important thing to tell you. I feel like you've had this realization. Tell me why the Knight of Wands is here, please. Because many realizations come in the moment of death. In the moment where you're putting something down so you can begin something new, or in the moment of transformation, we have a lot of realizations about the Six of Cups and what we've been doing possibly cyclically, right? I feel like I should pick that up. Hang on. Sometimes I don't pick up the cards because they don't feel like I should, but Six of Wands is in the reverse. Tell me more. King of Pentacles. And the Temperance card. Yeah, I feel like it feels like since you left, since you've been gone, Kelly Clarkson sings that, right? Since you've been gone. First thing, we started out friends. That's what she says at the beginning of the song. So it might be somebody that you've known for a really long time, hence the Six of Cups, right? And it feels like since they've been gone, I want to say that you, although I want to say the Six of Wands is telling me that you don't feel very successful, or you feel as though maybe you feel lonely because the Six of Wands is not getting any attention. This is somebody who has decided that I'm just going to stay put where I am, where people can't see me. It feels like maybe you've sequestered yourself away, but I think that in the midst of it all, you became the King of Pentacles. It's the only thing that you could do to give yourself stability and healing. I feel like it was supposed to happen that way. So I feel like you have now gone from this chaotic mindset to a calmer mindset. But I feel like in the midst of it all, it feels like, yeah, I've got my stability. I've got, I'm grounded now and things are settled with my finances. Nobody's draining my bank account. I'm not giving anybody any money. But it feels like it's a little bit lonely, I want to say, with the Six of Wands being in the reverse. It does feel like it was a necessary move, but it was a move of the mindset. Because understand, I think that this has been over for a while. I think this is done. I think you're out of there. I don't think you're taking them back. I don't think any of that. But what I'm doing is trying to work with you in the present moment. So the present moment is you've already walked away. You've already moved away. And now I think that the next step here is that it's time for you to end thinking about it over and over again here. Tell me about the Six of Swords and the Eight of Cups. Got the Five of Wands, the Nine of Cups, and the Eight of Pentacles. Tells me when it was good, it was great. When money was flowing and we were in love and we were happy and the wish fulfillment was here. When it was good, it was great. But when it was bad, it was really, really bad. Maybe we had some fights and arguments and battles. And I feel like you knew that that was going on, that you were trying to relish the good times and maybe trying to ignore the bad times. But it does feel like you started working on yourself, and that's why you left. Because the Eight of Pentacles is about self-mastery. It's about mastering a task. So it could be mastering something in the workplace. Maybe we could be talking about the workplace, right? So you were mastering something, you got really good at it, it became meditative. And it feels like when it was good, it was really good. But when it was bad, it was terrible. And it was time to go. I feel like somebody here is about to, if you haven't done this already, is about to make a really quick decision about, you know what, I'm out. I can't do this anymore. There's too many battles. It's like the battles overshadow the good times, or the times when we're really working in unison, or maybe you've been working on yourself. Self-mastery sometimes happens. We get into relationships and then we have self-mastery and then we grow into the King of Pentacles. And then all of a sudden there is a really big energetic gap between us and our workmates, us and our workplace, us and our boss, us and, the way that the business works. You're not down with that anymore. You've learned something. You've become wiser. You've become more planned. You've become more logical and practical. And so it could be a relationship we're talking about as well. It feels like you make this decision to go with the Knight of Wands here, because it doesn't feel like there's a whole lot of stability, whether it is a relationship or a job situation. So tell me about the Six of Cups and the Death card, because I feel like somebody here some of you need to just stop thinking about it. The nostalgia, the good times, the times when we were in cups. I feel like that's what keeps you sort of stuck to the past. And I feel like that needs to stop. For others of you, it feels like this Six of Cups is this energy of, I got to stop going back. I got to stop wanting to go back. Maybe you don't go back, but it's all you ever think about is going back. Where are they? Where are they? Tell me about this. We've got the Five of Pentacles. Where they are is out in the cold. They left you out in the cold, or you left them out in the cold. I feel like there's a big divide here, or I also feel like, because the King of Pentacles is here now, while they're alone and not getting any attention, it feels like this person was probably a drain on your energy. Also a drain on your finances. I feel like you were financing the whole thing, possibly. And I think that you're realizing that since they've been gone, that things are, you've become the King of Pentacles. Things become a lot more stable. It feels like this Five of Pentacles, like it feels like what you need to let go of is the memories, because I feel like that really what it was is there was a lot of lack, and you're not really paying attention to that. We've got the Nine of Swords. Yeah, it's like it's hard to think about the hard times, or the times when things were really awful. You're thinking about the passion maybe that you had, the excitement of seeing them or living with them, or when they touched you a certain way, or when they kissed you a certain way. And I feel like the Ace of Wands is all that exciting stuff. And you thought that this was, this passion came from God, came from the universe. I feel like when you really do think about it, though, the Nine of Swords and the Five of Pentacles is here. Is like the Nine of Swords is like thinking, the past gives us a little bit of anxiety, or the future gives us a little bit of anxiety. This is like kind of ready to hit rock bottom, right? This is like I've got to stop allowing it to cloud my mind. It feels like somebody here is stuck in the 9 because the 10 is really painful. The Ten of Swords is a place where we have to release, where it's like I really do have to finally let it go. And I feel like somebody here is not ready to let go of the memories or the feelings of what it was like back there. It's going to take some sort of different perspective. And I feel you will get it. I feel that intuitively, this Piscean energy here, that you will figure it out. But I feel like it's going to take a different perspective. And I feel like you haven't realized or hit that perspective yet. Yeah, the perspective is the reason that I left, or the reason that the judgment came, is because of the hardship of the Ace of Cups. It was because I was at my wit's end. There's nothing more that you can give than the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups is overflowing. And when it's empty, you dip back in and you overflow that cup again. The universe gives you the blessing. But there was nothing more that you could do. We're at the Nine of Wands. Right? In fact, we're at the 10 because the 10th wand is here. So it feels like you're about to see something from a different perspective and finally make a decision to cut the tie rather than revisiting it in your mind. I don't think you're going back to anybody, but I feel like it's been really hard to let the thought pattern go. Tell me about the Six of Pentacles, please. We've got the Emperor energy, we've got the Ten of Wands, and we have the Queen of Cups. So I feel like you had to walk away and take charge here. It was really about your security and your stability. It was about taking charge of your life and saying, no, you can't treat me like that anymore. This this relationship, whether it was a work relationship or with the employer or with a loved one or someone that you were married to, it feels like the Queen of Cups was the hardship. You were the one who was always giving and giving and giving. And you were the one that was compassionate. You were kind. You were carrying someone's burdens all the time. No more. I can't do it anymore. I've got to make sure that I am doing the best thing, not only for myself, but for everyone involved. And so it feels like with the Emperor energy here that finally you decided it was time. I've got to take control of this 10 of Wands. It's becoming too heavy. The pressure is on me to clear my conscience, to become this loving and kind and passionate person that I've always been. It feels like somebody here is going to be in this death energy pretty soon, letting go of this finally so we can move forward. What's in the future should you let go here? We've got the Four of Pentacles, so it's like I'm not going to be vulnerable anymore. We've got the Five of Cups because I feel too hurt. I don't want to get hurt again. I'm going to shut off and shut down. I'm not doing this with anybody right now. We have the Strength card holding back here. The Seven of Pentacles. I'll just wait. So I feel like somebody is in a healing energy. I feel like that's the message of this reading here, that the King of Pentacles is actually the one who is healing here. It's time for you to come to a place of getting your pentacle energy in balance with your emotional energy, because we do have the person who is on Temperance always has 1 foot in the water, 1 foot on the earth. It's about getting balance and healing the self. And I feel like you've learned a really deep lesson here, that things need to start in Pentacles. And I'm not saying that started in Passion. Maybe it did, maybe it didn't. It's nor here nor there. But it feels like this is a really big lesson, because I feel like it has shut you off. It's shut you down. It made you courageous, for sure. You learned some things, I feel, but I feel like you're good to wait. I feel like somebody here is not interested in a relationship. I'm not interested in getting into anything with anyone else until I heal. It feels like there's much healing that needs to be done here. We have the Knight of Pentacles, and we have the Five of Swords with the Lovers. So that's what it is, right? The Knight of Pentacles has got their back to the Lovers here. The Five of Swords, it feels like all we did is argue and fight. Really, when it comes down to it, I think that somebody's romanticizing all the good times, but really when it comes down to it and we look at it logically and practically here, as Aquarius might, right? We looked at it at the facts. The facts are, this thing, I was in it for way too long, just because I was the one that was in love. And that person was a page. They were giving me page type energy. And I was the Queen of Cups. I was the King of Pentacles. I was putting everything in, and somebody was just taking it from me. I'm going to leave that right there. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. I'm going to go for now, but I'll be back because I'm always back. Love you guys. Bye-bye.